In this lesson, I'd like to show you how to use the grids and guides in PowerPoint. Go to your View tab, and then under Show, you'll see Ruler, Grid Lines, Guides, and Notes. You want to click the little dialog launcher in the bottom right corner to get the dialog box for Grids and Guides. In the Grids and Guides dialog, I'm going to click on Snap Objects to Grid. I'm going to set my spacing at 1 inch. And I will display the grid on the screen, and I'll go ahead and click OK. Now I see 1 inch grid points, and if I grab an object and pull it around, they snap to those grid points. Back in the dialog, I could display the grid on the screen or not. I could display the drawing guides on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn off the snap to objects. I'll change this back to something more reasonable like 1/8. And I won't show the grid on the screen. I'm also going to leave the smart guides up as well. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Now you're going to see some guides that come up as well, and you can click on these guides and drag them around. You can pull them clear off the screen if you'd like. When you drag the guides around, you'll see an indicator on the guide telling you how far off and in which direction you are from the 0 point, say right in the middle of the slide. This works both on the vertical and horizontal guide. If you place your pointer on a guide and then hold down the Shift key, you'll see that the point where you hold the Shift key starts at 0. So if I come clear out here to the end, pull this around, hold down the Shift key and click here, this is where I'm starting at 0. So this can be handy when you're trying to measure a point that's not necessarily in the center of the screen. You can also duplicate guides. If I drag a guide by holding down the Control key, I can create multiple guides on my screen. I can do this for both the horizontal and vertical guides. To get rid of guides, you can just drag them off on the sides, top, or bottom of your slide, and they disappear. The guides also have a snap to effect, so if I come out and get an object close to one of the guides, it has this magnetic effect where it sticks a little bit, and you can do this both on the vertical and the horizontal. I'm going to turn off my guides by going up here and just unchecking guides, and I want to show you that I have turned on or display the smart guides when the shapes are aligned. And if I click OK, this is what happens. If I come out here and grab an object and pull it next to another object or line it up with another object, you can see that the sides of both objects are perfectly aligned or centered, left, right, top, or bottom as I get them close to another object. So if I got these two objects close together, I can see right from here that I'm aligned both to the blue rectangle on the left side and also the top of the red ball, and that's with my green heart that I have here. So those guides can be handy as well for aligning objects on the fly. Also make a note, when you're dragging around an object on your slide and you see it sticking to the grid in the background, if you want to just turn that off on the fly so it floats as if the grids are turned off, just hold down your Alt key and it will turn off the grid effect as long as you hold down your Alt key. When you let go of the Alt key, then it snaps to again.